This is BenQ's new entertainment monitor. It's meant to be the monitor for everything, for gaming, TV, computer work, absolutely everything. It's a 37.5-inch IPS curved monitor. I know what you're thinking. It's called the EW3880R. Again, it's another name that just rolls off the tongue. But is this monitor a monitor that you ought to be considering? Let's take a closer look. Don't forget to hit the red button to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up and click the notification bell to get my next video first. Now the box that this monitor comes in is pretty sizable, as you'd expect, with a 37.5-inch screen. Putting it together again is straightforward, and I do have to say this is one of the most sexiest stands I've ever seen on a monitor. It looks stunning. All you need to do is put the main column onto the base, hook it on, and then use the butterfly clip to do it up. It feels very firm, it's very weighty, and you know that the monitor is not going to go anywhere. Try hooking it over the back if you can do. I found it pretty tricky with a one-person operation, but I managed to get there in the end, and then there's just the 4 screws to tighten up, and that's it. It's ready to go and ready to set up. And I do have to say, this is a really smart looking monitor. It's not the thinnest as you'd expect with a curved screen, but the footprint is actually remarkably small. The stand from front to back is around 30 centimeters and is just over 50 centimeters wide. And in fact, the stand only projects out from the monitor about 5 centimeters, so it doesn't take up that much space. On the back of the monitor are the controls. It's a joystick operation with a few buttons, the on-off switch, and then the up and down. There is also a remote control which you can use, and I'll show you that in just a few seconds. Now, the cable management is simple yet effective. It looks good and it does the job. You can't ask for anything more than that. All you need to do is thread the wires through. This does have USB-C, which is nice, and that is a USB-C with power delivery, so it will charge your MacBook or compatible device. As well as that 60-watt USB-C power delivery port, you have 2 HDMI 2.0 and 2 USB 3.0s. There's also the added advantage of a DisplayPort 1.4. One big advantage with this monitor is it has the built-in 2.1 channel sound system. This is a Trivolo speaker system with built-in subwoofer, and believe me, it sounds absolutely fantastic and it looks great right at the bottom of the screen. Now that stand is not only good to look at, it serves a really good function, and in fact the function of the monitor is actually very good for most environments. You get a 120mm height raising in the stand, so it can go up or down by 120mm, and you also get tilt and swivel. You get -5° tilt down to a 15° tilt up, and then you also get a swivel of 15 degrees in either direction, so it works really well. Maximum resolution for this monitor is 3840 by 1600, which is what you would expect with this type. The brightness, however, is a little bit hit and miss. 300 nits in HDR mode and a typical brightness of 230 nits in others. However, it's when you go off to the side that you really notice this monitor dimming. So this is not the best monitor for gathering around and seeing work. As you can see, we're off on the angle now and it's noticeably different. Now that may well be the fact that there is an anti-glare coating, but it's something that you may want to bear in mind if you're not going to be right in front of this monitor all the time. The remote control that comes with the monitor is very functional. It's got everything that you need on it, however it is pretty small. You might want to just keep it on top of the monitor and then remember it's there. It's very easy to lose. You do have the joystick control on the back of the monitor, which again I find really easy to use, and I've got used to them over the years and I actually prefer using them than the small remote. As I've come to expect with BenQ, it delivers fantastic colour accuracy right out of the box. Although it's vibrant and colourful, it's not saturated, and skin tones and things like that look really good. It delivers 95% of the DCI-P3 colour gamut, and I think that most people will be very happy with the picture without making any changes, although plenty of changes can be made via the menu system. So providing you're sat pretty much in front of this monitor, you're going to be very happy with the picture quality that it delivers. And it's only on those extremes when you're going off to the left or right that you'll really notice the difference. What's your thoughts on the picture quality so far? Drop a comment and let me know. Now, I don't want to be too unfair to BenQ and this monitor, because you do actually have to go some distance off to the left or right before the noticeable difference in darkness comes through, and it's just coming in now, as you can see. But I just thought it would be something that you guys would want to be aware of. The monitor comes with BenQ's proprietary software of HDR-I. It's their technology which will enhance the HDR content on the screen. It effectively takes control of the ambient light level and adjusts the image accordingly. It will also hopefully improve image contrast and give you greater detail. And with colours, it will hopefully give you better colour accuracy, more intensity without being oversaturated. Certainly when playing this game, it was unbelievable. It almost felt like I was playing on an OLED. It was absolutely fantastic. Talking of gaming, with response times as low as 4 milliseconds, you're not going to notice any significant delay. This is, remember, just a 60Hz panel, so you don't benefit from 4K at 120Hz, which is a little disappointing at the price point, but it is, to the average user, absolutely fine, and certainly you won't notice much difference. The one thing that you will notice when you are sat quite close is the brilliant sound. You get the two 3-watt speakers and that 8-watt subwoofer, which does give a surprising amount of bass for such a small little speaker. For computer work, I felt that the matte finish and the anti-glare filter were a real advantage, and it felt very similar to being sat in front of my ultra-fine display. No noticeable difference. Initially, I did think that the 37.5-inch screen was going to be a little bit too big. I'm currently using a 34-inch screen and I find that just about the right size. However, I got used to it very quickly, and I'm going to use that term that everybody uses. I did enjoy the extra screen real estate. I'm sorry, but I had to do it, guys. So guys, my final thoughts are that I think BenQ have achieved what they set out to. This is a good one-for-all monitor. It's not the best computer monitor, it's not the best movie monitor, and it's certainly not the best gaming monitor. However, if you combine all three of those functions and you wrap it up in this really sexy looking case, well then they have achieved quite a product. Now, the only real negative is that viewing angle, but if you're right in front of it, you're not really going to notice it, and even if you're off to the left by 10 to 15 degrees, it's probably not going to cause you a problem. So, for someone that is maybe limited on space, and they want one monitor that's going to do a good job at all of those functions, then this may well be the monitor that you're choosing. Certainly, it's got a lot going for it, and with that incredible sound, that is definitely a swinger for me. What's your thoughts? Is this the type of thing that you'd be looking for? What's your thoughts on a curved display? Are they still relevant in 2021? Let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much, my friends, for watching this video. If there's any questions, fire them down below and I'll do my best to answer them. See you on the next.